Grant's skinny-armed Huck. Look at me, look at me. You train your chest like a gorilla in heat. You squat like you're running from the police. But when you put on a tight t-shirt, your arms disappear. They vanish. They look like two sticks holding a bag of bread. Do you know why? Because you train biceps and triceps like a child playing gym. You want big arms in 4 weeks, but you train your arms like you're apologizing to the dumbbell. Lightweight, little intention, little testosterone, circulating in that skinny, weak body. And let me tell you a truth that hurts more than a badly made bicep curl. Arm growth comes with strategy, not ego or randomness. You were deceived. They say arms only grow with bicep curls. They said that triceps exercises are just a light pull-up on the cable machine. They said, you just have to feel the burn. Burning is my fried egg, my friend. Your arm grows when you understand muscle function, intelligent volume, and true mechanical stimulus. The rest is just pink Hulk pump for posting in the mirror. Let's start with the #1 mistake that's killing your profits. Mistake number 1, training tired arms that look like they're devoid of energy. You train your back and chest until your soul leaves your body. Then, at the end of training, remember, oh yeah, arm, my brother, your biceps have already been worked hard during your back workout. Your triceps have already been raped during chest training. By the time you go to train your arms, they're already begging for retirement. Result? 0 progress, 0 actual load, 0 growth. Your body doesn't grow muscle out of pity. It grows by threat. If the muscle doesn't feel the need to adapt, it stays the same size as always. Thin arms, empty sleeves, self-esteem at rock bottom. Mistake number 2, dumb volume. Too much exercise, too little intensity. You do 5 biceps exercises, 4 useless variations, 20 soulless series. All this with the weight of a toy. This is not training. That's it. Contemporary dance with a dumbbell. Muscle growth comes from progressive mechanical tension, translating into Hulk Bombado language, challenging weight, clean execution, decent rest, weekly progression. It's not about feeling the burning sensation. It's about force adaptation. When you do endless sets with ridiculously light weights, your body thinks, this isn't a threat at all. I'll continue as usual. Mistake number 3, ignoring that the triceps muscle is 2/3 of the arm. Now pay attention, little Hulk, because this is gold. Want a bigger arm? So stop treating the triceps like an extra. The triceps muscle represents about 65% of the arm's volume. If all you do is biceps exercises, you're inflating a punctured balloon. Big arms come from thick, dense, strong triceps. But what do? Loose tug, dancing elbow, 0 actual load. Triceps responds to strenuous exercises, full amplitude, progressive overload, parallel bars, close grip bench press, heavy triceps. Extension. This is Hulk food. It's not a Hulk dessert. Mistake number 4. Wrong frequency. Trains arms once a week and then complains. Do you think 1 workout a week will transform your arm? My friend, the arm is a small muscle, so recovery is quick. He can withstand stimulation. X a week easy if you do it right. Training your arms once a week is like starting your car once a month and complaining that it won't move. Now listen carefully, because in the next chapter I'm going to show you how to structure your biceps and triceps workout in 4 weeks with the right division, the right load, and male stimulation. Nothing magical, nothing Nutella, just a method. You don't need better genetics. You need to stop training like a lost Huck. The Hulk Bombado method to explode biceps and triceps in 4 weeks. Now that I've shown you, why do your arms look like 2 broom handles? Now comes the part that separates man from Hulk, the method. And I'm warning you now, it's not magic, it's not easy, it's not comfortable, but it works, and it works fast. If you apply this here, weeks, your arm will change. Not because I promised, but why? The body has no choice. Pillar 1. Male frequency. Arm workout 2x per week. First adjustment that explodes the arm frequency. The arm is not the back of the thigh. My arm is recovering quickly. The arm can take a beating. Hulk buff. Rule: biceps plus triceps 2x per week. Minimum interval of 48 hours. A simple example to help Huk not get lost. Day A, heavy arm. B, metabolic technical arm training. Your arms once a week is like trying to fill a leaky bucket with an eyedropper. Want quick results? It stimulates. It restores. It stimulates again. Pillar 2, biceps. Function, not ego. Now pay attention because you always get this wrong. Biceps are not for swinging weights. It serves to flex elbow with control. Basic exercises for the buff Hulk. Straight thread bar, alternating dumbbell curls, slanted curl, maximum elongation. Golden rule: elbow. Locked movement, controlled explosive climb, slow descent, 3 seconds. Load, the largest possible without stealing. If you throw your body backward, it's not a curl, it's a cry for help. Hulk. Metaphor: training biceps by cheating is like trying to grow a beard by drawing on it with a pen. It looks big for 5 minutes, then it disappears. Pillar 3, triceps, the true size of the arm. Now let's talk about the muscle you ignore because it hurts. Triceps is what it gives the arm lateral width. That's what makes the sleeve stretch. That's what commands respect. Required exercises: parallel, bodyweight or with load, close grip bench press, heavy triceps extension pulley. You can use it, but as a side dish, not as a main course. Male execution: firm elbow, full amplitude. Stretch it all the way to the end. Descend with control. If the triceps doesn't fully stretch, it doesn't fully grow. Simple as that. Pillar 4, smart volume. No nonsense. Now write this down, because this is simplified. Science. Ideal volume per session: biceps 9 to 12 series, triceps 10 to 14 series. That's no small feat, that's no exaggeration. That's enough to generate excitement without turning into hormonal waste. Repetitions: 6 to 8, heavy, 10, 12, control, 12, 15, completion. Rest: 60, 90 seconds. No more spending 5 minutes scrolling on your phone like a drugged zombie. Pillar 5, progression or death. Now listen to this brutal truth. If the load doesn't increase, the arm doesn't grow. Simple, raw, real. Every week you have to gain weight or increase repetitions or improve performance with the same workload. Your body grows to survive, not to please your reflection. No progress. Stagnation with progression. Forced adaptation. Testosterone responds torial physical challenge, not an emotional pump. Emotional climbing. No discipline, no strength. Now let me be perfectly clear with you. You may have the best workout, the best exercise, the best division. If you, lack of training, sleeps poorly, eats like a skunk, your arm will remain thin. A large arm is a consequence of routine, not out of motivation. Motivation is emotion, discipline is identity, and identity builds the body. Workout, ready, week organized, and intensity that makes your arms grow enough with the pretty talk. Here is gym floor, cold iron, and complaining elbow. Because knowing the theory is useless if you keep going to train like a headless pigeon, without a plan, without structure, and without progression. So pay attention, because now I'm going to tell you the Hulk Bombado division. Simple, efficient, and impossible to fail if you're not a lazy Huk. Weekly division. Simple, so you don't make mistakes. Here's the map. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. Standard week, 4 weeks. Second, heavy arm, biceps plus triceps. Third, back plus shoulder. Fourth, leg without crying. Fifth, rest or light cardio. Friday, metabolic arm plus technical. Saturday, chest plus shoulder. Sunday, rest try. Arm comes before with a heavy chest. Because now he's a priority, not just a supporting character. Workout A, heavy arm, strength plus mechanical tension. Today is not a day for pretty pumps. It's 4-force adaptation. Biceps, straight thread bar, 4 sets of 6 to 8 reps. Serious weight, no dancing. Alternating curl while standing 3 sets of 8 reps, total control, triceps, 3. Close grip bench press, 4 sets of 6 to 8 reps, triceps test, 3 sets of 8-10 reps. Rest, 90 seconds, no turning into a statue on your phone. Regra Hulk, if in the last series you don't think that was a mistake, the weight is too light. Workout B, metabolic arm, stimulus plus volume. The goal here is fill with blood, generate metabolic stress, and signal growth. Biceps slanted thread, 3 sets of 10-12 concentrated thread, 3 sets of 12 triceps 3. Parallel 4 series until almost failure, triceps rope, 3 series of 12 to 15. Rest, 45 to 60 seconds. Here, it's all about rhythm, no frills. Muscle failure, where the hucks get lost. Now, listen to this carefully, because a lot of people screw up here. The flaw isn't in every series. Practical rule, failure only in the last series of each exercise. Or at most in the second to last if you fail at everything. Cortisol rooms. Recovery goes down the drain. Arm gets stuck. Failure is a tool, it's not an addiction. Mind-muscle connection. No mysticism. This isn't guru talk. It's simple physiology. If you don't, you can feel the muscle working. You're diverting cargo. Practical tips. Squeeze your biceps at the top. Stretch your triceps completely. Controlled breathing. No need to rush like a fleeing rat. Training too fast is training poorly. Intensity over the 4 weeks now for the tricky part. Week 1, learning execution, plus basic loads. Week 2, increase load or reps. Week 3, maintain charge, plunge, more control and pause. Week 4, aggressive final week. Pump, focus, perfect execution. After that, either you exchange stimuli or he'll turn into a stagnant hulk who complains about his genetics. Emotional escalation. Without a method, you're just another one. Now let me give you the real deal. Those who grow up are not necessarily the most cheerful. It's the most consistent. A big arm doesn't come from random training, dirty technique, inflated ego. It comes from flat execution discipline. You don't need to train anymore. You need to train better. What's sabotaging your arms and the closure that separates Huck from Hulk? Now listen carefully because here I'm going to kill the last. Invisible saboteurs. They are stealing your earnings while you think you're doing everything right. It is not. If that were the case, his arm would have already changed. Fatal mistake. Number 1. Training arms and sleeping like an anxious bat. Let's start with the most overlooked I am. Do you want to grow your arms by sleeping 5 hours a day? My friend, your body isn't Wi-Fi that can malfunction and still deliver results. Poor sleep. Cortisol increases, reduces testosterone muscle recovery. Result? You train, it doesn't recover. It doesn't grow. Muscle doesn't grow during training. Grow up sleeping while you're as numb as a conscious brick. Hulk buff. Rule: 7 to 8 hours darkroom, cell phone far away, fixed schedule. Getting a good night's sleep is not a luxury. It's natural anabolism. Fatal mistake. Number 2. Eating like a bird and expecting a gorilla's arm. Now let's talk about food, because you can be fooled here too. You want a bigger arm, but he eats as if he were being punished. Not. Enough calories. It doesn't have muscle building. There is no recovery. It has no arm. Muscle is expensive for the body. If he doesn't have energy to spare, he won't build anything. The basics that work. Protein every day. Carbs around training. Good fat for hormones, no crazy diets, no more endless fasting trying to get lean while wanting to grow your arms. Do you want to grow? Eat like someone who wants to grow. Fatal mistake. Number 3, changing methods every week like a lost huck. This mistake. Here kills more arms than bad genetics. You do. A tough week, another week on the circuit, Outra seminar, Vino TikTok result? Confused body, zero progress, zero adaptation. Muscle growth requires repetition, progression, consistency. You don't let the body understand the stimulus and everything changes. That's not intelligence. It's anxiety disguised as effort. It remains in the method 4 weeks. Execute. progress, then adjust it. Fatal mistake. 4. Training without an identity. Now comes the most important part. Arms don't grow just with dumbbells, grow with mentality. If you train whenever possible, missing it when laziness strikes, negotiates with fatigue, you've already lost before you even started. Growing man, train with commitment, respect routine. He does it even when he doesn't want to. Motivation is emotion. Discipline is character. Character builds the body. Final climb. There is no shortcut. Now let me be brutally honest with you. It doesn't exist. Magic supplement. Secret exercise, mystical technique. There is a well-executed workout, progressive load, rest, food, repetition. If you apply this here for 4 weeks, your arm will change. If nothing changes, you didn't apply. Simple as that. Hulk, Bombado, closure. From Huck to identity. Back in the beginning, I called you skinny-armed little Hulk, and perhaps that hurt, but now you have 2 options. Continue being the guy who trains wrong and complains about genetics, or assume the identity of someone who executes the basics with disciplined violence. Having big arms isn't a sign of vanity, it's a consequence. Whose consequence is this? Appears, execute. Do not negotiate with your own weakness. You don't need any more information. You need repeated action. So, do the following. Enters the academy. It carries the right weight. Respect the method, sleeps like a man, eat like someone who wants to grow. And in 4 weeks, when the shirt sleeve starts to feel tight, you'll remember this video, not as motivation, but hockey turning, the Huck Nutella for a Hulk with a respectable boost.